Morning, it is Monday, a brand new start to the week. I'm in a really good mood today. It's hot though, isn't it? It's still hot. The weekend, Saturday, was like the devil. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. It was like nearly 34 degrees where I live. It was so hot. Couldn't breathe, had all the windows open, there was no air. My son was over the park playing football, so I went over to get him. And chatted to a few of the football members because my son really is into football right now, and I feel that it's really important that I try and be part of it, just be part of it, because it's a very friendly group. Kind of my son's room, because it's the coolest room in the house. It's a very friendly group, and there are absolutely lovely people, and I'm quite an introvert, so I don't really talk to a lot of people. Probably to do a bit of anxiety. I feel like I'm always going to say the wrong thing or say something really stupid and be judged. So I don't tend to put myself out there in groups of people. Anyway, there was only like two mums over there, and my ex was over there with our son. I walked over because I needed to get my son for his grading, and I just sat and I chatted to a few of the mums. It was really, really nice. So I'm hoping to get a bit more involved with the football group, not just for my sake but for my son's sake as well. So it's going to be good for him and it's going to be good for me. So we did that, and it was like sweltering, and I had a dress on, and I come back and I needed to change the dress because I was so hot. And then I got my son ready for grading. He went and did that. He said he doesn't know how he did. Some stuff he thought he did great, other stuff he thought he wasn't great at, but he did say, I tried my best. And I said, that's all you can do, is try your best, and if you fail, we just try again. And one thing I always say to him, and I really need to take my own advice here, like I'm really good at giving it, but I'm never good at taking my own advice, is that quitters never win and winners never quit. So if you want to win at something, can't quit. You're not going to win if you quit. So yes, it's going to get tough, but if it's something that you really, really want, you can't quit even through the tough times, the fails, or anything like that. And I tell it to him all the time, and I think I need to take my own advice on that too. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So when we come back from grading, I gave him a quick bite to eat for lunch, and then I dropped him back off with my ex-husband. And then I just try to survive the heat, really. It's a little bit cooler today. At the moment, it's like 10 a.m. and it's 22 degrees, but there is a breeze, and I think that's better. I'm looking out my son's window and the trees are blowing. So hopefully it's not going to be as torturous as it was at the weekend. But I will tell you something. I went for a walk on Friday afternoon to pick up my son from school. Was it Friday or Thursday? Maybe it was Thursday. Anyway, who really cares? So I did that, and then as I was walking, like, all the leaves are falling off the trees already. It's like, my son hasn't even broke up from school yet, and we're already heading into autumn because all the leaves are falling off the trees. I mean, autumn is my favourite time of year. I love Christmas. Christmas, I love it. I absolutely love the festivities, and I love the atmosphere and everything else like that. But I must say, autumn. Autumn is where it's at for me. I absolutely love autumn. It's just, I don't know, it's just like, it's not hot, it's not cold. I can put my jumpers on. I can have hot chocolates, even though say it's a December thing, I start early anyway. I don't know, there's just something about autumn, about fall, that I just absolutely love. Change of season, I love it. And then, hi Freddie, and then winter comes and I'm freezing, so I don't really like it. But yeah, the leaves are already falling off the trees. Hi. I still got Freddie. So are you seeing that as well? Is that something you're noticing? Is that autumn is already on its way? It's not that far, to be fair. Anyway, let's go on to something else. I'm in one of those rambling moods again. First of all, you don't know me, my name is Rachel. I'm a solo mum to one, and on this channel I talk everything about mum life, budgeting, frugal living, and all that jazz. And in 34 days, it'll be less by the time you watch this, but when I'm recording it, it's 34 days to the Disney cruise. And I realised over the weekend, like, I'm stressing over nothing, really. I'm stressing over nothing. I've got clothes on order. Most of it has come, but one or two things are arriving a little bit late. And then I think I'm ready. I've got my son's clothes ready. I just need to buy him some shoes. I'm just, you know, I'm pretty much there, and I don't really need to stress anymore. And I feel that we'll take what we have, and whatever we don't have, we don't have. You know, we can still have a great time. There are WhatsApp groups and there are Facebook groups of everything. I've took myself off majority of the WhatsApp groups. I think I'm on one of them now because it was just getting really stressful for me. Like, everybody was having an opinion. Some people said, oh, last time we went on the cruise, or last time we did this, and you know, and we're the first time cruisers, so we're right at the bottom of the pile, which is fine, but I don't really know what's going on. And then you have like 20 different opinions of things, and I just thought, I just can't deal with it. So I then stayed on the Facebook group because I find that one more beneficial. Like, people are just like asking questions, they're answered, and it's done. Where in the WhatsApp group, like, everybody has to pile on one comment, and everybody has an opinion, and everybody starts arguing, and then admin get involved, and I'm just like, I haven't got the energy for this. I've got like 10 groups on WhatsApp that I don't need the stress of it. It's like, there's a football group, there's a martial arts group, there's a school group, and you know, there's just groups of WhatsApp groups. And so I've kind of archived one. I just go in once a day probably, and just scroll through if there's anything that I actually need to know. If it's not, I usually go into the Facebook group. If I need a question answered, I'll go onto the Facebook group and ask a question, usually anonymously. So I can't be bothered. With it. Someone asked me, would I do the Disney cruise again? Obviously, I can't answer that question because I've not been on it. So I can't answer it until I've actually done it, you know. But right now, if I had to make a choice, no, I wouldn't do it again. Because even though you pay like $2,500 to go, it's still all the extras on top, which we're not told about. Like, luckily my son doesn't need to do most of it. Like, he doesn't need to do princess stuff, so that's fine. But like, he wants to do pixie dusting for the other people because he's got a kind heart. And then obviously there's the fish extenders, and then obviously you have to buy all these different magnets and all the, like, it's just, oh, it's just stressful. It's just a little stressful. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So right now the answer would be no, I wouldn't do it again, but I can't make a full judgment until I've actually been on it. So we'll see what it's like when I actually go. I am looking at doing a Eurocamp. So if you've been on a Eurocamp holiday, let me know what it was like. I spoke to a mum at school. She's told me it was absolutely brilliant. I've looked at the cost. It's so much cheaper. But I haven't added on all the extra, like if I want to drive to Dover the night before and then get on the ferry and then go to France or anything like that. So if you have been and done a Eurocamp holiday in France and Spain and Italy, then do let me know in the comments, just some tips and advice to look at. It's something I will save for next. I don't know if we're going to do a big holiday next year, but the year after, I'm thinking we'll do something a bit bigger, just because of money. And he gets a holiday anyway with his dad. I mean, he's going to Spain with his dad at the end of this month, and then he goes on a cruise with me. So, you know, his dad earns a lot more money than I do, so he's able to do that. I'm unfortunately not, but I can still give him a good time. So we'll take him out for the day or something. So anyway, that is the start of my week this week. I've still got Freddie in. I'm still doing Bear. I don't think I've got any other dogs in this week. I have Luna in on Friday. So Luna's coming Friday, and she's with me until Wednesday. Freddie goes home on, when does Freddie go home? Sunday. And then I've got Nelly, then I've got Bellatrix, and I've got Frodo, then it's cruise. It's like crazy. Anyway, I just sold a bunch of stuff on Vinted. I don't know where that come from. So I'm going to package that up and get that to the post office. I've got some work to do as well. And then I've got to go and do bed. Then I've got to go pick up my son. And it's just one of those days. And I've still got to empty the bins because it's rubbish day tomorrow. Even though that is not important to you at all. But I just thought I'd let you know. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later. It's Wednesday and I am just getting ready to go for a walk for my son before I pick up my son from school. But I'm going to go to the shop first because tomorrow, which would be last Wednesday for you. So this video that I'm about to record is already up. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'll link it in the description and in the cards. I'm going to be making my first cooking video. Like, I made a few before, but they weren't very good. And I only just started the channel. So now, a little bit more experience, I thought I would give the cooking video a go. I wanted to do like a very frugal, filling meal. And I had a little chat with my mum, and she said, do you remember the hot pot I used to make you? And it was when we were kids. She said she found this recipe in like one of these women's magazine things, and she thought she'd cut it out and she'd just give it a go. My mum had to learn how to cook on her own because unfortunately her mum, my gran, it's going to make a noise.
How?
Passed away when my mum was 14, so she never really taught her how to cook properly. So she's kind of just like muddled through on her own. But she made this hot pot, and we used to have it every Tuesday. Every Tuesday was hot pot day. It's a very frugal, budget-friendly, filling meal for the whole family. So I'm going to actually record it tomorrow, which will already be out for you, and I'll link it like I said. So if you've got a big family or a small family or whatever, then go and have a look and see if this is something they would like. Now, the ingredients I put in it, you can obviously change if you want to, because obviously I'm going to put some mushrooms in and onion in and all that. If you don't like that, take it out. You don't have to have it, or you could find an alternative that you do like. But yes, I'm going to pop to the shop now. I've been to see Bear. He wasn't very good today. He had a bit of a bad leg, so I don't know what's going on there. No. I spoke to his owners, and I've let them know, so hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's just a bit tired. Anyway, I'm scatterbrained again today, but then again, what's new there? I have a question for you. I need a challenge, you know? I need a challenge. I feel like I need a challenge. I need something to push myself. I feel like I've been so busy and so wrapped up in my own head and my own headspace and getting super stressed out, overthinking everything. And I think it's because I've got nothing to push myself, nothing to challenge myself. I don't know what I want to do. So I was thinking like a physical kind of challenge with my body, because I feel like it burns up some energy. And also I feel like a physical challenge is good for mental challenge too. So I was thinking of starting calisthenics. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I was going to go back to dancing, decided against it. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing calisthenics, like to tone my muscles. Being over 40, it's going to be really good. I use my body weight, so I can do it anywhere. I don't necessarily have to like be in a place with weight. So if I'm going away for the weekend or I'm going on a Disney cruise, I could hopefully find a little bit of space in my room to do some like workout or something. But I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? I need a challenge. I need a challenge. I need to challenge my mind. I need to challenge my body. I need to reset myself and restart myself. That's what I feel like. So any challenge ideas, do let me know. And don't come up with something stupid like an Ironman, because I'm doing an Ironman. Like that's above the challenge barrier that I'm willing to go. So I need some kind of mental and physical challenge. So it's your job, viewers, to help me out. That's what I need to do. So anyway, I'm going to go for the walk, get these ingredients. Then I'm going to go and get my son, and it's martial arts night tonight. So we've got that going on. We've still got Freddie here. Just you know, usual stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll catch up with you later. It's Wednesday. I've just eaten a rice cake. Just had my lunch. Every time I have my lunch, I feel like I've got to have something sweet after it. Does anybody else feel that way? Like you have breakfast is fine, because I always have a sweet breakfast. And if I have lunch and dinner, I've always got to have something sweet after. So rather than eat chocolate, biscuits and sweets, I just have a caramel rice cake. 45 calories, we're done. My son came back from school Monday and Tuesday. And Monday had a school report. Great. The majority of it, there was a couple of things he wasn't that good with, but we were expecting it because those are things that he struggles with. His behaviour was one. We knew that was coming. And he doesn't like writing at all. He absolutely despises writing, which is really strange because he's been watching Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And he's made his own little diary up, which he writes in every single day. But I think when it comes to like schoolwork, he doesn't want to write. So he didn't get as good in that as usual. Now, he was really frightened to tell his dad because he's worried what his dad would say. So I've kept the school report back. And when his dad drops him off later, I'll give him the school report and then we'll go in. But he was just really scared and really nervous of telling him about his school report. But he done great. Like, he done really well. The things that he's not doing great on, we knew, we were aware of. It was absolutely fine. We know that he has to work on specific areas. He's not going to be this perfect child. He's doing his best. I think there's about 2 or 3 areas which wasn't perfect, but again, we knew. So if his dad moans at him, I'll just talk to his dad. It's fine. But he just worries. He worries a lot. He wasn't worried when I looked at it. I praised him and said, you know, look at all this that you've done well. We knew this was going to be not as great, and it's something that we can aim towards for next year, you know. There's no point in disciplining him or making him do extra because he's not doing as great in the others. He's not a perfect child, and that's okay. I don't expect him to be perfect. I expect him to do the best he can, make mistakes and learn from the mistakes. That's what I expect of him. I expect him to be himself. And to be honest, I hated school. I hated every second of school. I really did. But he loves school. There's just certain areas that he doesn't like, and that's okay. But I'm really proud of him regardless. But he brought back all his school books. And it's like, what do I do with these? What do I do with them now? Like, I don't know what to do. It's like, I've got all of his years so far, all his school books. And it's just like, so many of them. But I did my video this morning for my mum's hot pot. That will come out last Wednesday. I'll link it in the description and in the cards above for you, so you can go and check those out. So other than that, it's just been a normal busy day. I did get, this is what I wanted to talk to you about, people. I had some really good luck today. Really good luck. Maybe I'm manifesting things and the universe is working in my favour. Who knows? But I put my car in because my car is nearly at 60,000 miles. And I know that at 60,000 miles, you need to change the cam belt, or the cam belt could snap. So I called my cousin, my mechanic. I've got 2 mechanics in my family. And so I called him and he booked it in for today. So I took my car there this morning after the school run, come back, only live like 10 minutes away from his garage, come back. And then like half an hour later, he called me and he said, Rach, come and get your car. And I was like, well, why? Is it done? Like, a cam belt doesn't take 30 minutes. And he was like, no, you've got a chain belt, not a cam belt. So the chain belt doesn't need changing after a certain set miles. And usually it lasts a lifetime of the car, so you don't have to worry about it. However, if it does start having a check engine light or anything goes wrong with it and starts making a really clunky noise, then I need to take it in, and that's £800 labour alone without any parts. So it's like, okay. He goes, how does it look? How does it look, Danny? Does it look good? Is it okay? He goes, yeah, it looks absolutely fine. You've got nothing to worry about. But as soon as that cruise is over, I'm opening another pot in my bank, and I'm going to start putting money away for the car, just in case. I'm just going to have, like, I'm going to try and save at least £2,000 for that, just in case I need it. But yeah, so I was expecting to spend over £1,000 today, and I haven't. So like, go me. Yes, I could probably put that £1,000 straight into the pot, but I have a cruise coming up, so that's really going to help. Also, drama in the family that we need to talk about. My uncle passed away, which is sad because he's a good one. Do you know when you have like some really bad family members and you have the good ones? Like, he's a really good one. He was a paramedic, really healthy. My mum is one of 7, so it's my mum's brother. My aunt passed away January 24, but my uncle passed away on June 26. It's now the 15th of July, 16th of July, 16th of July. We found out on the 15th of July that he passed away. They've had his funeral and they've cremated him. And not one of us, no brothers, no sisters, no cousins, nobody was told. And the only way we found out was because my mum's cousin's ex-wife was a paramedic. My uncle was a paramedic. She found out through the paramedic grapevine that he passed away. She went and told her ex-husband, who then told like my mum's other cousin, who then told my mum, who then had to go and tell the family that Uncle Barry had died. I don't really know what to think. First, like, it's a really disgusting way. I mean, he shouldn't have done that. They said it was his wishes, but if you knew him, nobody thinks that that was his wishes. But you don't know the story, and all the brothers and sisters are angry, and that's fair enough. And then what I didn't realise, I was like, oh shit, that's really sad. Like, there's no tears. Like, I didn't cry. And then I got cold. I was cold-hearted, but no, never mind. But yeah, I didn't cry. Like, there was just no emotion there. I was just like, oh, that's sad. I liked him. He was a nice man. He was a good man. I saw him 2 years ago. He come over. We were at a funeral, but I don't do funerals. Since my nephew died, I don't do funerals. I was at my nephew's grave, and he came over and gave me the biggest cuddle and the biggest, tightest hug ever. I told him that I loved him, and that's the last time I saw him. Yeah. Life goes fast. It only feels like yesterday I had that hug, and now all of a sudden he's dead and buried and gone. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Don't really know how to feel or think about it, to be fair, but let me know what you think. Anyway, I've rambled enough for a Wednesday. I've got a lot to get on with before my son comes home. It is now 2:45 and he comes home at 7, so I better get a wiggle on because there's a lot that I need doing, and my battery is on like 8%, so it could just flip off at any moment. So I will chat with you tomorrow. It's Thursday and it's been a day. Remember yesterday I told you about my uncle that passed away? Wasn't yesterday. For you, it was like a minute ago, but for me, it was yesterday. So we were told that he passed away and that they've had the funeral and he's been cremated and his ashes have been spread. Well, apparently that's not true. That's not true now. It's a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama going on. That's not actually true. Yes, he has passed away. He passed away from asbestos poisoning. So he had to go to the coroner for some reason. I was told. Did I listen? Not overly. So I had to go to the coroner. So my auntie tried to get the death certificate. She wasn't allowed a death certificate because the coroner's report hadn't come back, which means the body is still not been released. They've had an interim decision or something like that. I don't quite know. And that means that they can start planning the funeral. They can deal with the estate and the will if he had one, etc. But they can't actually have a funeral because the coroner hasn't actually released the body. Does this make sense? I hope it makes sense. Anyway, if it doesn't, welcome to my world, because this is my world right now. So my mum's been asking a lot of questions. I've been doing a lot of Google research. My auntie and my mum have been back and forth. We now know, because we've got a friend that helped us out a little bit, that he has not had a funeral because his body has not been released. And the family are on the warpath. So basically, I got all the gossip and then I walked away. So I don't want to be involved in the drama. I don't want to be involved in the actual drama of it. I did a little bit of research. I helped them understand a few things. And then I get all the gossip. And then we just walk away and let them deal with the drama. I don't need it in my life. So yeah, so welcome to this week, drama-filled week with the family. But yeah, I do feel sorry for the brothers and sisters, you know, to have that shock that my uncle had passed away at the end of June and not be told until mid-July, and then be told that they've had the funeral and he's been cremated and his ashes have even been spread, and not having that chance to say their goodbyes. That must have been horrible. But then to find out that it's all a lie, oh, but I mean, like, this is some Jerry Springer, Jeremy Kyle crap, isn't it? Welcome to my family, people. Oh dear. So anyway, believe it or not, I'm one of the normal ones, and that's saying something, isn't it? So this is Thursday. It's been a very busy day. I had a meeting this morning and I had dog to do. I've got a dog coming in tomorrow. A few of my Disney stuff has turned up. I was a bit unsure on the shorts. I thought they were too big, but they're actually comfortable. But I'm unsure on them because I couldn't resist, because on it says, "Hey you guys" from the Goonies, but the Goonies is a classic, isn't it? It's a classic film. So yeah, but then I got a Disney Pirate t-shirt. It's the only Disney thing that I've actually bought. Everything else I've got Disney, people have bought me, so I wasted my money. But I've got a Disney pirate t-shirt coming that I'm going to wear on Pirate Day, and then I've got a pirate outfit to wear Pirate Night. Does that make sense? Yeah, so there we go. Anyway, that's my world today. I will jump on again tomorrow and let you know any more drama that's been going on, because I'm sure there's going to be drama this evening, and we will go from there. But right now I'm going to do a bit more work until my son comes home, because he's with my dad this evening, and then get him ready for his last day at school. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow. It's Friday. I'm at Bear's house again. He's just having a little rest. We've just been playing ball for the last 10 minutes. I just literally take him out for a wee and then bring him back, and then I just play with him for half an hour. That's it. That's all I've got to do. So tomorrow is check-in day for the cruise, and I'm still don't know what payment method to put tomorrow. So do I put credit card? Do I put my bank card, like my online bank card? I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. So there's a lot of people saying do your credit card, because it's like it's not your money and then you can pay it off when you get back. And other people are saying the exchange rate on some of the online banking cards are really good, and you don't have to do anything with it. It just changes automatically. So do I put my savings on that card, or do I do the credit card, and then when I come back I pay it off straight away? I'm in two minds. You all right, Bear? I'm in two minds what to do. I don't know. No. So anyway, I'll decide tomorrow when I check in. So and by the time you're watching this, I've already checked in and made that decision. So it's a pointless conversation to have with you, but it's a conversation nonetheless. So as I said, I'm with Bear right now throwing, it's not even a ball. I don't even know what it is. It's just throwing something. And I'm just looking at my eyes because I've been crying in the car. So there is somebody in my life that is not a nice person, but I need to keep them in my life. And there was a few insults sent today. And usually when I'm insulted by this person, just water for ducks back. You know, just pay no attention to it, really. Just let them do what they need to do. I know myself. I know who I am. So it's their problem, not mine. But these ones, this one hurt. This one got to me quite a lot today. So, yeah, I'm a bit sad. But I'm not going to let it get to me too much, you know. Again, not my problem, it's their problem. I think it wasn't so much what they said, you know, it's like the tone of voice they say it in, and then when you call them out on it, they disagree with you and say, oh, I didn't mean it that way. It was like, well, what way did you mean it then? You know. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to say who it is because that's not fair. But I feel like I'm quite a loyal person to this person, and then I'm just attacked all the time. And it's just really hard. But I'm going to play with Bear and get a dopamine rush. And then at home, I've got Luna, who's a golden cockapoo. And then on Sunday, I've got a 5-month-old puppy coming for a meet and greet, who's also another golden cockapoo. And I've pretty much got dogs in now, all the way through until the 15th of August. And then the 16th, I'm just double checking everything. And then the 17th, I'll be going off to Southampton to get ready for my cruise. So I'm going to just keep positive and keep focusing on the good things in my life and not focusing on the bad things or the bad people. And maybe it's time I just, maybe not cut the person out, but maybe time to like not be around them as much. So, but it's really hard when this person is quite important to you. So anyway, I'm going to leave the vlog here on a bit of a sad. No, I don't want to leave it on a sad note. Do you know what I mean? I want to leave it on a happy note, And this is why it's happy. This is why today's a good day. My son passed his grading. I'm really chuffed. So we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it that my son passed his grading for martial arts, which I'm really, really happy about. And he's happy. They said that he kind of still had a few issues that he needs to work with. So I don't know if I'm going to allow him to do the next one. I might let him take a bit of a time off and we'll just really work on it, work with his instructors to make sure that he will pass the next one. But the next one's not till November, so I feel like let's just see how it goes. We can make that decision in October time. If the instructor thinks he's ready, great. If he thinks he needs a little bit more time, then we understand that too. And I spoke to my son about it this morning and he's happy with that as well. But he passed his grading, which I'm really happy with. So we're going to leave it there on a good, positive, happy note. And it's the end of the school term today as well, so I picked my son up and now we've got a nice long break. No more school runs, which is the best part of it, because I can't stand doing the school runs because it's always a trouble. It's always a nightmare to do it. So no more school runs, some breaks with my son. We've got the cruise coming up. We're going to go off and do a few things throughout the summer holidays. He's going to Spain with his dad as well. So I've got a week of catching up to do and doing lots of videos and content for you guys. So it's going to be a good summer. So we're going to focus on that. And we're going to end on a good positive note, because I never want to end these on a negative note. And before I go, I was over the park today walking George, another dog, and I saw eight magpies. Does anybody know what that means? Seeing 8 magpies, what does that mean? Do let me know in the comments. He's such a noisy dog. Such a noisy dog. So let me know if you know what 8 magpies means. So I'm going to leave the vlog here a bit happier than I was like 30 seconds ago. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.